Still with the Pan Am Games, we got some big news about the closing ceremony today. None other than Kanye West is headlining the closing concert. Yelena Adzik is here. So why was Kanye picked for the job?
I think he's a perfect fit. I mean, he's really modest. He really fits in with the Canadian idea of someone who's self-effacing. Of course I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic, Andrew. Yeah, this is not a man who's modest at all. He named his album Yeezus. One of his songs is I Am a God. He says he's the greatest living rock performer ever. Yeah, so no, maybe does not fit in so much with the Canadian ideal. That's what a lot of people are saying on social media, but you cannot deny the fact that he has sold more than 21 million albums, and he really is huge. He's worked with stars including Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, Janet Jackson. The list goes on, and let's just for a moment focus on the fact that it's not just a Kanye deal here. When you get Kanye, you often do get Kimye. Kim Kardashian, of course, his wife. He often appears on her reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians together, and of course they're popping out babies left and right, so they're making news that way. They just really have such fanfare everywhere they go. Now, what he delivers is the buzz. He certainly already had that today, and the ticket sales, they have gone up, Andrew. So they've made a good business decision, if you want to put it from that standpoint. And perhaps it is worth reminding people that it is the Pan Am Games, so this is the Americas. You know, it happens to be held here in Canada, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the performers would not have to all be Canadian. So yeah, this was one of those kind of business decisions. But a lot of people asking, well, why not a big person like Drake, for example, who happens to be Canadian? Well, let me give you a smattering of some of the people that we talked with. Most of them are overwhelmingly negative, with a few positive, but I'm going to show you some of the lowlights, say, for example, right now.
We were just saying, like, Canada has a big ego. It doesn't really represent Toronto, we don't think.
Yeah. Was Drake busy? I don't know.
Should have been Drake. He makes more sense.
I was actually surprised when I heard it. I wasn't expecting him to be the person closing it. I thought it would be a bit more cultural with like the Pan Am theme, try to encompass like all the other countries participating, not like Kanye West.
I would have a Canadian band close the ceremonies. We're in Canada, we're in Toronto, we should be excited. Let's use our own.
Okay. Now, you heard someone there earlier mention Drake. A lot of people online mentioning Drake. I just wanted to say quickly that it is, of course, possible that they did ask Drake and he's busy. But if you think about it, there might be strategy at play because Drake is playing an OVO Fest. It's a huge festival that happens in the beginning of August. So to double up and also try to be a headliner here, maybe that's not the best business decision on Drake's part. So that could be why.
Well, interesting that Kanye has such a big ego, because some people think that they live in the center of the universe, meaning Toronto, so maybe it does kind of fit.
Ouch! Ouch!
So now there are other performers also scheduled that night, including Canadians.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so we've got Serena Ryder to talk about, and that's a huge story. She's got this, she just tweeted today that she's got this new video out for one of her songs, and it's a new album that she's been working on, but we also know of her associated with the Pan Am Games because she wrote the anthem that's been used. She was there at the opening ceremony. So she's a great fit for the closing ceremonies. She will actually be opening them. So she's the first act to come out. There is another huge international act in Pitbull. Pitbull is, of course, often you know him with dance tunes with J-Lo and that sort of thing. But Pitbull definitely brings in the crowds, and he brings a lot of high energy. So I'm sure that that will be a force to be reckoned with on the closing ceremonies night. Either way, you can get your tickets. They still are available, even though they've already jumped up in terms of ticket sales. But you're looking at around $80 to $90 to $100. So it depends if you want to pay that much for Kanye. Some people do, though.
All right. Thanks, Yelena.
We'll see you soon.